teachers at our school, we have wonderful parents who raised us, and we have a caring community who supports us and our dreams. I think we should all take a moment tonight to thank our parents for all they've done for us. Whether it was getting our butts out of bed after hitting the snooze button a few dozen times to get to school on time, or helping us sort out tough times with our friends, our families have always been and will always be there for us. The second thing I believe got us to this night were our classmates sitting to our left and right. You see, there's something unique about our class that I've heard so many people say, but I've never really thought about it until recently. Over the years, our class has created a supportive bond with one another, a bond that seems just too good to be true, one that you really only see in movies, where the football players cheer on the choir and where there's more than one girl on the robotics team. Our spirit and support for each other goes beyond anything I've ever seen at any school. The class of 2011 is filled with spirit, and even though our homecoming floats have somehow managed to get last place almost every year, which we know wasn't our fault, so really the only person to blame here is obviously Dieter, our four-year class advisor. We make up for it in other aspects of our high school lives. There wasn't a single basketball game this season where you didn't see Gonzo leading the crowd with cheers. And even though he was temporarily banned from the gym, we all knew he'd return to the next game ready for more. How can you blame us for being so close? After all we've been through in the past 18 years together, you can't help but feel a strong sense of unity. I think back to all the great times in primary school, when Mr. Hoisington would bring his guitar out in the hallways and play us Old Dan Tucker, or the infamous talent shows, when one year Evan, Jordan, Jeff, and Jalen lip-synced to I Love Rock and Roll and instantly became crush-worthy. Although they still lip-sync to this day, for some reason it's not quite as adorable as when they were 8 years old. And who could forget that in 5th grade winning the game of Galleons was a matter of life and death? Then came the awkward years in middle school. It was a time when Boone's Ferry and Beckman Kids finally mixed, and when Max Hughes began his short but infamous YouTube career. A time when our school tried Mix It Up Day. We'll never forget watching kids try and lick their stamps off their hands at lunch so they can sit by their friends. Finally, we arrived at the doors of Wilsonville High School, and for the past 4 years, we've made an unforgettable mark on the school. Freshman year, we'll always think back to Chase Bennington, who always wore his blue-footed booby shirt and still does on special occasions. And sophomore year, when Brad Fuller finally made the official Miss Pickens Cole fan page, so we could truly express our love for one of our favorite substitute teachers. When junior year rolled around, we watched so many of our friends and siblings ready to graduate that we soon developed senioritis before the school year was even over. Luckily, class of 2011, our moment has finally arrived. Whether it was Peter's luscious locks, Jeff dressed up as a mermaid, or Seth, who scored the winning game basket against West Albany this last season, we'll never forget all the great memories we've made here. And whether it's by Facebook stalking someone or getting the old group back together for some laughs, I hope we continue to share our love and support for one another for many years to come. Thank you.